Hi everyone, I'm Amber from the Mom Team and this is Wynn.
Hi.
And we're here to talk about how to safely mix your baby's formula. Now, this is great information to help prevent your baby from getting sick.
First things first, you want to make sure your bottles are completely clean and sterilized. If you have a dishwasher, you can just put all the pieces, bottle, nipple, and ring in the dishwasher. And make sure it's on the hot water and hot drying cycle.
If you don't have a dishwasher, that's totally fine. You'll need to clean and sterilize your bottles this way.
First, wash your hands really well for 20 seconds with soap and warm water.
Now that your hands are nice and clean, wash all the pieces with hot soapy water and a bottle brush.
Then just rinse them with clean water and place them in a large pot of water to boil. Cover all parts in water, then boil for 5 minutes to sterilize everything. You will need to clean the bottle and parts after every feeding and sterilize them once a day.
Now be careful when removing the pieces from the pot. It's going to be super hot. Lay them on a clean towel to cool and dry.
All right, so our bottles are perfectly clean. Let's get the formula in them. And if you're not going to use the bottles and parts right away, cover them to keep them clean.
Now lucky for us, there are instructions on the formula to tell you how much water to formula you will need to mix. This is very helpful for us sleep-deprived moms. Just make sure they aren't getting too much or too little water in the formula or they could get sick.
Yeah, you want just the right amount of formula and water, and make sure your water is from a clean source. If you're not sure if your water comes from a clean source, check with your local health department.
So something not a lot of people know is that powdered formula is not sterile. You need very hot water to kill bacteria that may be in the formula. And if your baby is less than 3 months, born prematurely, or has a weakened immune system, you'll want to take these extra steps to make sure the formula is safe for your baby.
Heat safe drinking water until it's boiling. Then let it cool for only about 5 minutes. It can get a little bit tricky when adding the hot water to the bottle. You might want to use oven mitts or use a towel to avoid burns.
Then add the right amount of powdered formula to the water while it is still hot. This is super important so your baby won't get sick. Also, be careful not to place the formula scoop on the counter where there could be germs. Place it on a clean towel instead.
Then just attach the nipple to the bottle and shake well to mix.
But wait, before feeding your baby, you'll want to cool down the formula. You can do this quickly by holding the bottle under cold running water or placing it in a bowl of cold water.
A good way to check the temperature of the formula is to just sprinkle a few drops on your arm. Make sure it's not too hot. Too hot for you is too hot for your baby.
That's a great tip. Just make sure the formula temp is safe for your baby. And if you need to warm a bottle that has been in the fridge, you could put it in a bowl of warm water for a bit.
Just remember to never microwave your baby's formula. It can heat unevenly and might burn your baby.
Now, if you're using liquid concentrate formula, it is sterile, so water does not need to be heated.
Use water from a safe source and follow the mixing instructions on the can. Attach the nipple and ring to the bottle and shake well to mix.
Easy. Another thing to remember is babies have a very different schedule than our regular breakfast, lunch, and dinners. So make sure you're only feeding your baby when they're showing hunger cues.
I knew when my baby was hungry when he sucked on his fingers or turned to look for food.
That's always a good sign. When you think your baby is hungry, start by making sure his head is a little higher than the rest of his body. Holding him this way can prevent choking and ear infections.
Right. It's also the best way for your baby to control how much they eat.
Yes, eating too much can lead to an upset tummy and gaining weight too quickly.
Trust me, I know your arm will get tired, but don't prop your baby's bottle with a pillow or blanket. This is super dangerous because it can make your baby choke while eating. Also, don't leave your baby alone while bottle feeding.
You know, when I was bottle feeding, I always held the bottle at an angle so that only the nipple was filled with formula. When he seemed to be slowing down, I would tilt the bottle back to give him a rest. And I always stopped feeding him when he turned his head away or spit out the nipple.
That's perfect. Always make sure to throw out any leftover formula since the combination of formula and baby saliva can cause germs to grow.
Yes, another tip is to store your unopened baby formula in cool, dry, indoor places.
Not in your car, garage, or outdoors. I always leave stuff in my car, so I had to be extra careful about that.
And just like all other food and cooking supplies, keep powdered formula lids and scoops in a clean space.
Also, make sure you keep that powdered infant formula lid tight and sealed.
Great point. And once you make the formula, plan on using it within 2 hours, or you can throw it in the fridge and use it within 24 hours.
When in doubt, throw it out. If you can't remember when you made the formula, it is safer to throw it out than to feed it to your baby.
Yes, that is always better to be safe. I hope this has helped you feel confident on safely preparing your baby's formula.
Once you get a hang of it, it will be like second nature.
And if you have any questions, let us know. From all of us at the Mom Team, I'm Amber.
And I'm Wynn. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.